Actually, yeah. Leave that in.
I would.
Leave it in.
It's staying in.
This is the process. We plan everything 2 minutes after the camera's already been on.
Well, a lot of the times we do is the bad part. That's what happened with a lot of those old podcasts, is it's literally, we had no topic. We just literally sat down, hit record.
The first one, you can see me going up to the camera, cutting it on, and then walking back to the couch.
What's even
edited that out?
No. You want to know something too?
What?
That one is the one that has the most views on our channel.
Yeah, that one
somehow has the absolute most views.
If you go back and watch it, somewhere in there, Chase punches me in the back of the leg.
Yes.
And nobody else notices it.
Oh, I noticed it whenever I watched it back.
He used to be so bad about that, man.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Under Controllers podcast. How was that for a cold open?
There you go.
A little long, but
we'll
edit that down.
We're gonna keep going with that conversation, but I'm sure that you've just watched our wonderful new intro made by our special guest this time on the podcast, Brennan.
Hello.
He is. This is. We were talking about it before we started rolling. This is the first time you've been in a video since the 100th video special. Air quotes around special.
The previous 100.
Yeah, the previous 100. How does it feel to be back on camera?
Feels good, I guess. I mean, it's been 5 years. I don't really know how to react to that.
Oh, that's kind of how we felt whenever we turned the camera on the first time. It's like, guys, it's been 5 years, and we're getting back into this.
I'm not as nervous about it as I thought I was going to be when we first started.
Yeah.
Because it's really just us talking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically, and whenever you and I would go on long car trips, just the conversations we would always have, always either hilarious or very deep conversations, and it's just that's the thing that I guess we're trying to capture here. It's a casual conversation of that. Just sometimes something funny happens, sometimes something informative. If you're like me at work and you just like to hear somebody talk while you're working,
honestly,
hey.
Honestly, that's all it is, man.
Yeah.
I just like to hear somebody talk.
Yeah.
It's also kind of a weird feeling because you got how we transition from how we used to be to now, and there's a big gap there.
There's such a gap of maturity. We used to be crazy, and now we're just
a little bit more toned
let's
down.
just sit around and talk.
Yeah, a little bit more tone. I mean, you guys have seen the Stairwell Olympics, right?
Let's not push Austin down the stairs in a chair and see what happens.
Well, see, that's another person. There are two people in our channel that were, technically three, you being one of them, that were wonderful at creating content. One of them is Sims, but Sims doesn't actually do it. He just says...
Sims is the idea man.
Yeah, he just leans out, because we talked about this the last podcast that we filmed. You and me stepped off to the side, we went to go get something to eat, and you and me stepped off to the side to get drinks. And I said, do you want to pretend to talk about Sims? And when he comes up, we just be really quiet, like, no, I'm not doing that. He said, why is it that you and Peyton are the worst about this? Is any time that we are doing something, Peyton is like, hey, you want to mess with Jake? I'm like, not really.
He's always like that, playing stuff.
He's always been like that. And then the other one was Austin, obviously, of taste of Febreze. He sprayed Febreze in my mouth, and whenever he spit water in my face in the middle of the podcast, that was...
Austin, I feel like Austin got a lot of his inspiration from Jackass stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, let's prank each other. We're teenagers. Let's drop kick each other off of stuff. It's that's funny.
I don't even remember how the Stairwell Olympics came about. I don't remember. Did Austin just throw himself down the stairs and that's where we got the idea from?
You had a camera in a house with 5 boys in it.
That's probably what happened.
Of course, somebody's gonna get
hurt. Something's gonna happen. That's
It just happened to be they volunteered. So
yeah. Going back to other videos though, of you were discussing the first podcast of how you literally walk into frame, and also that video just cuts.
Yeah.
Because we used Brennan's phone, and it ran out of storage.
Yeah,
is the only reason the podcast was over. That's the only reason that it ended when it did, and it ends abruptly. I think it ends in the middle of somebody saying something.
Yeah, and I also didn't like it at first to begin with.
Oh,
because I
gosh.
sat down and it just felt so
we didn't know what we were doing.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know how to start it. So we're like,
what do you guys want to talk about?
Brand soda drinks.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're going now.
You came up with the idea.
I know
you
I
had
did.
that planned. That was what we were going to talk about.
There's nothing wrong with not having a plan. It's just how you execute the non-plan.
Fair enough.
I feel like we don't really have a plan now. You have a list of things to talk about. Yeah. But is that really a plan? No.
No. It's just bullet points.
Do me and Brennan know most of the things that are on there?
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
That's the thing. Well, see, that's the thing that I like. I do the research for it and have some topics, and then I just freestyle them out here, spit them out to you guys, and then just let you guys react. I mean, that's what happened with the Reboot podcast. We just sat down. I had a list of things and just. Saw where it went, and I like that. I think it worked really well.
That's honestly probably what will happen with every podcast.
No, I think that it's.
I didn't even know that y'all were coming back.
We didn't say anything to you.
Yeah,
we didn't either.
Sims just texts me out of the blue, and he's like, "Hey, go look on the channel." I'm like, "Okay," and I was like, "Oh, y'all come
an hour of content.
Y'all made another video," and he's like, "Watch it." I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch it," and then y'all said something about me doing the gallon challenge again. So.
Well, what's even funnier is that I didn't realize this, but in the 100th video special, because for some reason, so I'm gonna say what I was gonna say. You make the statement that you would do it again with chocolate milk. Yeah. So that's how we kept going with it. What I was going to say is I used to never watch any of our videos that we put up because I didn't want to see myself in a video. It made me feel weird to hear myself and see myself. But I went back and rewatched some of the podcasts, and they were genuinely enjoyable. I was kind of surprised that.
I'm gonna have to take back the part about the chocolate milk. Like I said, it's been 5 years.
6
years. I don't think I can do chocolate milk, but I know I can do regular.
You can do regular milk?
I know I can.
I'll tell you the same thing I told Satan. If you do it, I will do it.
You're gonna do the gallon challenge too.
I will put my body on the line for science.
Hey, do you remember that video of me complaining about the price of a gallon of milk? That was my first real world experience of a gallon of milk's like $5.
It's more than that now.
Oh, I know. It's like $6 a gallon.
And on that day, Dad Jake was born. He realized the world costs money.
I realized how much a gallon of milk is, and it forever changed me.
I went back and watched it. I did not drink that much milk.
You drank, about a quarter?
Probably about a quarter.
Gallon? And then you're like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I gave up way too early. I had an hour, and I just gave up.
See, I want to do the thing where we get gallons of milk and we color dye them fun colors. So when it comes out, it'll be like a rainbow.
Disgusting. It's gross.
It'll be like we're unicorns.
I mean, if you guys want to do it, I'll die for you.
I promise you, anything y'all do, I'm doing. I'm not about to let you do it by yourself.
So Brennan, do you want to actually be a part of What Not to Smoothie Part 2?
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Because we discussed that. Originally, it was Brennan's What Not to Smoothie.
I was about to say
originally.
Yeah, originally it was.
And then we had some differences.
Yeah.
Some differences to say the least. And it became Austin's What Not to Smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
And we filmed it twice. First one never aired because reasons. I don't. Do either of y'all know why?
No,
not a clue.
I don't want to say it on the podcast because it is kind of. I don't want to say. I don't want to say it on the podcast, but I do kind of want to say it.
Well, if it's okay, say it.
It's not like okay. Like I don't want to. Okay, so the person we had filming
it.
This is the reason that Austin's What Not to Smoothie, the very first video, never aired.
I'm gonna pause you right quick. All right. So at this timestamp, about 5 seconds from now, we're gonna get canceled.
No, we're not gonna get canceled. No.
Just skip it.
Go ahead.
In case I need to cut, this is where it happens. Okay. The reason that video never aired, it was a great video. Everything was good. I think I went through and did a whole lot of cuts, and I actually attempted to edit that one because I don't edit videos or didn't edit videos back then. But the person that we had filming was a very good friend of ours, and some of the camera angles that they shot might have showed the groin area of one particular person, and you could see some things that we didn't want on camera.
Who do you think it was?
No, don't say it out loud. I'll write it down.
I want to see who this is. I don't know.
I'll write it down. And I don't think they meant to do it. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think they meant to do it, but it happened, and I started noticing that.
Okay, yeah.
And
Okay.
I started noticing that as I was editing, and I showed it to Austin and to Cade, and they both were kind of like, "Yeah, we can't put this out."
Imagine you're editing it and you're like, "There's a whole lot of crotch in this video." It's like this adds nothing to the scene. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is the reason that it never aired and we kind of tiptoed over it, but that is right here. That's what the title of this video is going to be called. Why
there was crotch in it?
why we refilmed Austin's What Not to Smoothie. But honest to goodness, that's the truth behind it.
That'd be like watching an action movie from the West. The whole time. You just see legs.
It's like they just put. I don't know why the person just. It's like they had the resting camera like that, and we remedied that the second time because we actually shot it in my parents' house the second time, and we did it on the counter so you could actually see it.
I feel like it was probably mostly accidental.
I think
they were
it was.
probably talking to that person and not realizing.
I guarantee you it was all accidental. Like there was no maliciousness behind
There's
it.
no maliciousness.
Yeah, well there was
maliciously filming your crotch.
Yeah, that didn't. That's maybe that's the title. Yeah. Maliciously filming your crotch. That's the reason that video didn't come out. We didn't feel like that was appropriate to post, so we just had to.
Yeah,
had to
let that one go.
I love how we both had that moment where he showed us that. We're like,
it's like I see it now. I get it.
Yeah,
we know, we get it. But that's the reason that never shot. But we were discussing, like we said, with subscriber goals, and if I don't remember what it is. I think Sam's wrote it down here.
I think it was like 1,000.
Yeah, I think he said 1,000.
No, 1,000 is the gallon challenge.
Okay.
900 is the Smoothie 2.0 challenge. So that would be.
Man, that's a deal.
That is a deal.
That's and we had discussed.
If we get to 1,000, that's like a 10% discount. You can get both at the same time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, see, 900 is the Smoothie, and then 1,000 is the gallon.
Yeah, but that's only 100 apart.
Yeah, I mean that's really good if we can get the channel up.
That's a good deal.
But if you have not seen Austin's What Not to Smoothie, we'll link it down below. Go watch that. If you want to see that happen to 4 people on the channel now, that Brennan has agreed to do it. 4 people.
Who all is doing it?
It's us 3 and
it's
and
us
Sam.
3 and Sam.
Yes.
I thought
Chase didn't want to do it.
Yeah, Chase was
Chase said he would be cameraman.
Yeah, he's cameraman. Ace Chase on the case
because he has a kind of a weak stomach, so he said that he didn't want to do that one, but which we're okay with that. We're cool with that.
We also have to brainstorm how we're going to film it, but I think I know
what I'm going to do, and Emily's going to help us with it. Mm-hmm. She probably won't actually. I don't know if she'll actually want to be in the video. I'll have to ask her after the podcast.
I mean, she could. It'd be fun.
But what's going to happen is that I'm going to come in and I'm going to make a smoothie. And like I said, this is all up in the air. This is not written in stone, but I'm going to come in, I'm going to make my smoothie. Mm-hmm. Right? And we're going to follow the same rules that Austin had of, I think it's up to 5 things. And you can use as much water as you want.
No poisons.
No poison.
Yeah.
No really awful. We're going to have a pool. We're going to have a pool of stuff to pick from.
Mine was going to be rat poison, Miralax, Ipecac. Y'all are going to love it.
But I'm going to come in, I'm going to make my smoothie. And then Tyler's going to come in and make his smoothie. Brandon, you're going to come in and make your smoothie. Sam's going to come in and make his. And I have not decided, me and Emily have talked about it, but I think she's going to make a bonus smoothie.
Yeah.
And she's going to write numbers on all of them and bring them out to us.
And we have to guess the smoothie.
And we have to guess who made what.
Okay.
And we have to rate it, and the lowest rated one wins. And hers is like the bonus one. So, yeah.
This might be something we don't do, but we could get like a little wheel or something and put different ingredients on it and spin it. And that's the special ingredient everybody has to use.
I kind of like that idea of like or
it's like normal things.
Or it's like you have you spin it and you get something and that's your special item.
Yeah,
that
we
you have
spin
to
it
use.
like 5 times.
Well, the only bad thing about that is that might help identify who made what. Is it because it's?
I mean,
well, if we all use the same one, it wouldn't.
Or everybody's out of the room whenever you do it. Like you spin for your ingredients.
Okay, I like that. That's a good idea.
We could roll a D20. I've seen a guy on TikTok roll D20s to make sandwiches.
I think that's a great. Emily loves that guy. Mm-hmm. I actually really like watching him too. Mm-hmm. But that would be. I like that of roll a D20 of just have 20 things to go off of.
This could go south very quick.
Exactly.
That's the point. That's why it's at 900.
Yeah.
Don't you want a mayonnaise, ketchup, and pickle smoothie? Yes.
I think that wouldn't be
every
that
day.
bad.
That one's like
I
tame.
want a liquid hot dog. Yeah,
Uh,
give it to me.
Compared to what Sims made the last time, if he put like tuna in it and put
Sims.
yours won.
I wasn't in the video.
You made I made the smoothie for you.
Oh yeah, that is right.
Yeah, you weren't able to come.
It's been a long time. But Sims is the scariest person when it comes to that.
Oh my God, he is.
Because you know how he plans this stuff, and he'll,
Yes.
he'll like whisper it to you. Sims, you don't know what's going on in Sims' mind.
That's the scary. Yeah, I
I
feel
guarantee you, he's already
Do you-
got it planned.
guys, I feel like of all of us, I feel like he's the most likely to commit a murder now that I think about it.
Oh, he's
Probably.
definitely
Or to convince somebody to commit a
he's
murder.
definitely the supervillain. Like he's
I never thought about that.
He's 10 steps ahead of us.
I really have not
And
thought
we're just
about
bumbling
that.
around.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
I'm suddenly scared of Sims now.
I've been
He's
scared
ahead of the game.
Sims.
He spent the night here a couple nights ago. Or last week.
Bad idea.
Yeah. I wonder what he did.
Watched
I feel
him
like he
sleep.
did something.
You'll find
Stood at the
out.
foot of your bed and watched you sleep.
It's like, well, I mean, like whenever y'all pranked me on my wedding day of all the stuff you put in my house. We'll tell that later.
I really wish we would have filmed that.
That would have been funny to go up on the channel. That would have been great. We'll tell you about it afterwards. It's funny.
But I mean, you've played D&D with Peyton. You know he can just pull things out of nowhere that make 100% sense, and you're like, what the crap?
Yeah, where did you get that idea from now? I feel like he just plans this stuff. It's
I
like
think-
he's just always brainstorming something.
He's like, I've been cooking it for a little bit. Like, wow,
That's
all that.
that's scary. Yeah, but like the last one he did, it had tuna fish, black cherry V8 energy drink,
Oh,
and I can't remember what else he had in there. It was really
It's
nasty.
already off to a bad start.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
I
horrible.
can't remember what all he had. That oh man, that's killing me that I can't remember. But yours managed to win. I don't remember what you put in yours.
I don't remember.
I can't. Man, that's killing me.
Should have wrote this stuff down.
We plug. What's bad is I plugged that specific video. I feel like every time we film a podcast, we plug that video in the Stairwell Olympics. Those, you say it enough times, eventually they're gonna go watch it.
They're great videos.
Yeah,
Those are like the two best videos on our channel. I feel like.
I feel like they were the two funnest to film, definitely.
Yes.
In our opinion, they're probably the best.
Yes, I think the Stairwell Olympics is probably my favorite video that I've ever been a part of.
I still never patented that idea.
What shoe coolers?
I'm sure somebody's already got it.
I can't believe how we came up with that. I don't remember how we came up with shoe coolers.
Just thought about it.
But it was funny of strapping something funny about
Improv,
strapping box fans to your shoes
See,
and sending you 100-foot extension cord.
in my mind, it was two window units. You just slipped them like
Oh, is it? No.
like slippers.
No, I always envisioned two box fans that are duct taped to your shoes. And like you remove the the sole out of your shoe, and you attach a box, like a full-size box fan, and then we send you 100-foot of extension cords and a splitter so
And
you
then-
can plug them
and
both
then-
in.
And then you figure it out.
yeah, after that.
My plan was to have you look like a sad little robot. You had a
Holy.
backpack with a car battery in it, and two window units on your feet. How you move around, that's up to you.
That's up to you. Hey, don't walk around any puddles.
Don't run. You can't run.
Nope, it's impossible
You're
to
getting
run.
nowhere fast. But you sure are cool.
In more ways than one.
That's right. It'd be a lot cooler if you did air conditioning.
We could actually make that happen.
What? Put you air conditioner or the meme?
No, no, the box fan.
Yeah,
could
we
definitely
can make that
the box fan's easy. Yeah.
Redneck hover boots.
Can we?
That's some
I-
good snowshoes right
I
there.
feel like we need to have like a random interval on the podcast of where we have ads and it's just improv
Yeah.
stupid things that we come up with.
Absolutely. That would be hilarious.
Like halfway through the podcast, you just bam stick one of those in
Right
there.
right before YouTube tries to give us an ad, we're like, no.
Yeah, we have our own
It's
got
ad.
this
our
bull
own.
crap.
We have our own ad. One of us will get to channel our inner Billy Mays while we try to sell this product, this useless product.
Blue shirt, khakis. Billy
Hi.
Mays.
You can't say Billy Mays. He's dead. Poor guy.
I can still say Billy Mays.
I mean, we can't say that we're Billy Mays.
I mean,
I guess technically we could.
You could say representing.
yeah.
I'm representing Billy Mays here. I'm representing Billy Mays here.
Have a name tag that says Rep Bill Mays.
This is a perfect idea. I don't
Flawless.
see how any of this could go south at all. Brennan, our idea for the Gallon Challenge video, and Chase brought this up, and I think it's a great idea. I think we're gonna do a cookout the day of. We'll have some steaks, some burgers, stuff like that, and just kind of have a chill. It's kind of like a chill cast, kind of. It'll be the podcast, but we're just kind of chilling out. But the main spectacle will be the Gallon Challenge being done. Of
the event,
you know,
so to speak.
that's the event that will.
Would that be going on during the cookout?
Yes, we would do it before we eat.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you eat, you're not going to be able to drink a ton of milk. But also, I feel bad because if you drink a ton of milk, you're probably not going to want to eat.
It doesn't matter.
Homie, the point of the Gallon Challenge is to throw up. I want you to keep that in mind.
I mean, we could give you some bananas to ensure it.
Well, we can do that. Listen,
bananas make you throw up?
Suppose I was always told if you eat like 3 bananas and drink a gallon of milk, you throw up because they don't mix.
I thought it was bananas and Sprite.
I don't know.
I think it's Sprite.
We should try that.
Or
Try that for a video.
That's the most backwoods medicine remedy. Eat you some nanners and some Sprite, and
you'll
clear you right up.
clear you right.
Clear your eye
Boys,
out.
your stomach hurting.
I mean, just think about stuff back in the day.
Old people come out the woods
give you
with
like
some nanas.
motor oil back in the day. They were like, "Oh yeah, it's good for you."
If your antifreeze tastes sweet, your air conditioner works good.
That is scary of how I've got a friend that he is a mechanic, and just randomly he will, like, if he's checking something, like he'll dip his finger in like oil and go
and taste it,
and it's like, oh yeah, that's good. Or he says, how else are you supposed to tell it's antifreeze or oil?
And then they will look you. They'll put 10 toes in the ground, look you in the eyes, and tell you, as long as you don't drink a lot of it, so it ain't poisonous. It's like your tongue doesn't feel fuzzy or anything out of that. Like, what?
I was gonna say something. Now I can't remember what it was. the backwards like medicine ways of people from the South would give. That we have something. I don't know if you can find it anymore, but we have something called mineral water.
Still got it.
Yeah, I know it exists.
Have it in my house.
But supposedly, if you're bleeding,
Works.
Does it work?
Absolutely.
Does it burn?
No.
So you just pour it straight on and it just clots immediately.
What we do is we get a Q-tip, dip it in it, and just rub it, and it's just it's done.
It's like you ever seen what's that?
Also, it helps with stomach aches too, doesn't it? If you
I don't know about that part.
You ever seen that? What is it? It's really X-Men. You know that man Wolverine? It's like that. You just go and
Yeah.
pretending like neither one of us have heard of X-Men.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. You got the idea.
Turns into Wolverine or Deadpool,
Yeah.
huh?
And if you drink it and bananas, it makes you throw up.
I bet it does.
It's a fun little trick.
A fun little party trick.
Party trick. Hey guys, look.
Hey guys, watch this. But I can make myself throw up. Why would you? What?
We're gonna have to put like a graphic warning before we start talking about throw up.
That is the world's worst superhero.
Oh shit!
Stop right there.
Here, let me drink this mineral water and drink some and eat some bananas.
His name is Upchuck. His actual name is Chuck.
Yeah.
That's his secret identity is Chuck. Chuck Westers.
It's gotta be 2 C names like Chuck Chester.
Chuck Chester. There you go.
Chuck Charles.
That sounds like royalty.
Yeah. The fifth.
Chuck Charles the Fifth,
Upchuck.
otherwise known as Upchuck.
It sounds like a great movie to me.
Man, we're just coming up with parody ideas.
Is this gonna be?
Man, we were just hitting home runs
Is
right
this-
here.
is this
We're
gonna-
doing good.
Sounds about like you handing out L's, huh, buddy?
If we ever decide to get into sketch comedy,
I mean, we're
Just
already
sit
talking
us
about.
down and
We're
make it
already
happen.
talking about like the jokes and the fake products to throw in here. I mean, why not
That's
throw in a
sketch
couple
comedy.
fake movies?
that would be absolutely incredible.
Throw in some Key and Peele style sketches
Yeah.
just randomly in the middle of the podcast.
Turn them into shorts, 7 seconds, boom.
I mean, that is another thing we could
Easily
go and throw
digestible.
up on the channel is some shorts and everything.
Don't talk about throw
I
up.
was about to say,
Upchuck will bust through your window. Can somebody say throw?
And then just through the door, through the wall.
through the wall.
through the wall. I'm about to say through the door.
Is it the same thing as like the Kool-Aid Man?
That's what I would think. You say you say throw up, and it's like, did someone say vomit?
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Did somebody hear a distant?
I hope someone out there does not like get queasy from your
I'm sorry.
dry heaving.
I'm so sorry.
There are some people out there that's like, if you dry heave, they start dry heaving.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
I'm very sorry if you have a weak stomach. But
Yeah,
honestly,
we
we
apologize.
were also talking about smoothies made out of hot dogs. So
Something that you
This
don't want
isn't
to have happen.
this isn't the first time we've mentioned something gross.
This isn't the first time that we've attempted to make one of our friends vomit.
Yeah.
And
It almost happened to Austin whenever the first video that we weren't able to release.
I doubt it will be the last.
I mean, I feel like someone's gonna throw up with the
The gallon challenge?
No, that's
smoothie
the
one.
goal of the
That's
challenge.
the goal.
That's
If
what
you
I
throw
am
up, you
going
win.
You're
to.
trying to throw up.
Yeah, I'm going as far as I can.
Man, I hate throwing up, but I already said I'd do it.
Hey, you could do the deal like what Michael always did whenever they try to get people to do the saltine challenge. Of he'd be like, I can get rid of the crackers, and just flings them off the plate. Boom, they're gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just walk. Or what's even funnier, Brennan's over there legit trying to do the gallon challenge. You're just like sipping milk, just
Pouring each gallon out like I'm winning.
Killing it.
Just,
I mean, if the goal's make the milk disappear, you're doing it.
I don't know why he's drinking them all. I mean, I guess that was his plan, but
My plan was just pour it out, man. You're just sitting there sipping it. Just...
You got to throw in an extra element to it. You got to be like, every so much that you drink, you have to eat like 5 cookies.
oh god.
Just to
Either
make it
that or
worse.
like after you drink it, you have to get on an exercise bike for like 20
Lord,
minutes.
I would do
no,
that
man.
For 20 minutes.
I would run on a treadmill.
Or run on a treadmill. Oh, that's even, I don't have a treadmill, and I don't think I could get one in that a lot of time.
Make you do burpees.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Oh, that'd be rough.
I mean, if the goal is to
When was the
throw
last
up-
time you did one of those, Brennan?
What? Exercise?
No.
What is that?
No, a burpee.
2018.
Whenever you graduated?
Yes.
I was about to say, I feel like they didn't make you do that in baseball a whole lot.
Not a lot.
Was that a form of punishment more of?
Mhm.
Ah.
Yep.
It's either that or foul poles, huh?
Yeah, foul poles for the win. Always do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it is actually great exercise to shock your muscles like that. They don't know what's happening. Your body's just like, please,
Let's
God,
do that.
Stop.
Let's do that. Run on a treadmill for 20 minutes, then immediately get in a hot shower, and then immediately jump into an ice bath.
Can we not do the gallon challenge during the summer?
I mean, it depends on the subscribers.
Drinking-
Depends on when we get to
Drinking
it.
gallons
Yeah.
of milk in 100-degree humidity
Was it?
weather.
It was
Was it
hot.
hot? Whenever we did it in the morning, though. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Did we do the gallon challenge first, or did we film that podcast first? I want to say we did the podcast first, and got everybody to got everybody woken up, because that was kind of a weak podcast, because 3 of the 5 of us had just woken up like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, and that was whenever Cade and Austin spent the night at Chase's house, and then they came over the next morning at like 9, I think, and. Yeah, that was an interesting video. Nobody was wanting to talk because I can't come up with things to talk
Fall
about.
asleep.
Yeah, I can't come up with things to talk about to keep a conversation going. And the 2 people that always made content, Chase and Austin, they were too tired to try.
See, talking about that and talking about how we used to be, we haven't hit a thing on that list yet.
No, we haven't even looked
said
at
a
the list
word.
yet. And we've been going for 30 minutes now. As far as
wow.
yeah, as far as just recording out, that's a little bit longer.
We
because
definitely have to make it like it. We need 2 podcasts because we always do this.
Well, see,
we always
There's such
talk.
good stuff to talk
Well,
about.
see, we don't have to talk about everything on my list. This is just like if we hit a dry patch and it's like, okay, we've run out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's start hitting some gaming news and everything. And
We're too friendly with each other. We need to be in business.
well, see, that was the whole thing about whenever we would meet to play D&D. We decided we have to have 2 days to play D&D, 1 day to catch up and talk to
And
each other, and then
BS,
1
yeah.
day to play.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorite D&D sessions ever, we had
played for like 10
Sim
minutes.
show up. We played for 10 minutes, and then the rest of the 30 minutes was Tyler explaining the plot to Godzilla versus King Kong. And that was a video. That was something I wish we would have filmed. Was Tyler explaining the plot to Godzilla versus King Kong?
That's why we need a movie cast.
It was
too.
so funny because he went on a 30-minute rant explaining, not like bad rant, but just him talking for 30 minutes straight about the movie.
Okay, speaking of rants, Sims. The maddest I've ever seen Sims in my entire life was I stayed at his apartment when he was still in college.
Yeah.
And some guy that he knew came over and was hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And they started playing Smash Bros.
Oh.
God.
And
Was he beating Sims?
no, he wasn't beating Sims. He was just saying how he was going to beat Sims.
Oh.
And he started.
Oh, he woke up a monster when he did that.
He kept like. He's like, oh, you don't know nothing. You don't know
Oh
nothing.
my!
And then
Sims is the best Smash player of all of us.
Sims walked in there to me, and he's like, he's never coming back over here. He's like, I can't deal with it. He's like, I'm gonna throw him off the balcony. He's like, I'm losing my mind. And I was like, calm down. I was like, just tell him to leave. I was like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Did Sims beat him? Did they ever play? I was about to say, I feel like Sims demolished him.
I feel like probably so.
Sims is the best Smash player of every single one of us. Absolutely.
And Chase is the best Mortal Kombat player.
Chase is the best at every other fighting game except Smash Brothers. I feel like and he's great at Smash Brothers.
And I can't play any of them.
Yeah.
I hate fighting games.
I like to say I'm decent at Smash Brothers because me and Sims have kind of traded a little bit. As a matter of fact, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can hit the buttons.
Sims was talking about at one point if he really wanted to be in some melee tournaments, and he talked about some like 2v2 tournaments, and he was like, you wanna like practice and like see? And it's like, dude, I suck, but sure.
You're gonna get no practice out of me.
It's like you're gonna get no practice. I said you could probably get better practice by setting the CPU to 9 and fighting it than you would with me. But hey, I mean, it was pretty fun.
Chase used to count the frames moves take.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I remember.
He would do like 100% combos with the most broken people. I
Oh
was
yeah,
like, man, it's not even fun to play against
the
you,
worst
really.
the worst part about playing Mortal Kombat with Chase is that whenever he's warming up, you can beat him.
And then once
and you feel kind of good about yourself. It's like, all right, I'm warmed up now, and then you don't get a hit. You don't get a hit on him.
The thing about that is he's warming up. You're at your best.
Yes.
You're doing.
Yes.
You're
The worst thing.
Giving it all.
The worst thing, what's the character that's like the gunslinger in Mortal Kombat
I can't
X?
remember his name, but
That was the one that I feel like he did me the most dirty with. Because he has a move where he like throws change up
and shoots the change.
It shoots the change, or you like your character looks at the change and then he shoots you, and it's like a stun lock. Mm-hmm. And he would spam it every now and again just to diss on you.
He figured out how to do the Kotal Khan kicks. Man, all you do is you start the match, you try to punch him one time, sit your controller down.
What's really
he's about to
sad
finish it.
is that there's some videos of he and I playing Killer Instinct that never got released because with my laptop I wasn't able to record it because it would be too choppy because the laptop just wouldn't handle it. Mm-hmm. And I would be doing pretty good to start with, and you would just hear me hitting buttons and doing like you'd hear the clacking of the controller, and I would beat Chase. I'd do pretty good. And then after about 4 matches, he figured it out.
Yeah, after he figures it out, it's over.
I could not do anything. I could not land a hit on this man. It is ridiculous how good he is at fighting games.
It's not only that, he's really good at any kind of problem-solving situation. Yes. And I think that's why he's good at fighting games.
I wish in my heart of hearts... I want to see him and
Sims fight each other in a fighting game. That they're both okay at.
I wish, with my heart of hearts, that we could get Chase, record Chase playing Mortal Kombat, and see if we can get him recognized. Because I guarantee you he could go pro in that game.
He could go pro in most things he plays.
I guarantee you he has the skill to go pro in it. Because of how good this man is at fighting. Maybe I'm just terrible at fighting games, and that's why I think he's amazing.
That might be what it is.
There we go.
But
we've come full circle.
Yeah.
He is amazing.
I'm bad. Chase is good. Chase is good. I'm bad again.
Yeah,
I figured it out.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's maybe I'm just that bad at fighting games. But
don't worry I am too.
Yeah.
Not very good.
At one point, I was pretty good at Smash because that used to be like the only game. Like that was one of my favorite games whenever I was growing up. Of Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was my favorite one to play. And Brawl, I really loved Brawl. Like Brawl was probably my favorite Smash game for the longest time. But Melee was just really fun. I always had a lot of fun with it. It was great. Good times. Good times.
You want to talk about the list now?
Yeah.
I was about to say we're ready to roll on to some gaming news.
45 minutes in.
We got some. I mean, this is a good test of like what we're talking about. Like have some topics, but then also roll into some gaming news. So this is old news, obviously in the gaming world. But we all know about the GTA 6 leak. We talked about that on the last podcast. Excuse me. But the like I said, old news. The hacker has been caught. It was a 17-year-old person in the UK, and they believe that they are part of a larger organization of hackers that is
like Lizard Squad.
Yeah, kind of. Of they kind of that's what they got him to do was to go hack GTA 6, and in the midst of that, he found out that GTA 6 has a budget of over $2 billion.
Rockstar got that burning money, dude.
How much, Tyler? How much is it for Amazon to produce one episode of the Lord of the Rings show?
I think it was like a couple million.
It was like 500 million.
Yeah, it's like 500
an episode.
An episode.
This game, I mean, obviously it'll be more than that by the end of it, but $2 billion is what it is
They're gonna sell
worth.
it $60, $65 a copy.
You guys want to know
You're
something?
gonna buy DLC for it, and they're gonna get that money back.
You want to know something that I didn't realize? GTA 5 was price tagged at $59.99 for like 7 years of its run.
Yep.
Just recently, I was walking through the gaming section, or the gaming section at Walmart, and it is at $40 now. Only it's $39.99 now.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't act like they don't have the money.
Yeah,
It's-
you can't
yeah.
act like they haven't made that much money
Off of
more
GTA 5
off of GTA 5.
alone, because it has gone so long.
Somebody asked Todd how much he's made off of Skyrim. You'll find out.
We discussed this. I can't remember. Chase sent us something in our group chat.
I think Chase told us
It was-
Skyrim had been released like 13 times.
I think it was 18.
18.
Let me find the post. But someone else crunched the numbers on that and said that if you bought every edition of Skyrim, like every single release it had, I'm talking previous gen consoles, next gen consoles, on every console, you would have spent $800 on Skyrim alone.
And I think that's base game. That's not
that's
the
not
two DLCs.
Yes, that's not including the DLC. I know he sent it in this group. Here it is. It's been released 17 times.
Yeah, it's insane.
On 10 different platforms.
And I mean, GTA Online's been out since what,
2013.
13?
Yes.
And
It came out, I think, a week after the base game because
And
it
it-
took them, and it was impossible to get into a server.
And it launched with microtransactions.
Yes.
So they've
Which
been
I think
making,
all of the DLC for it's free,
It
but
is,
they make
but
their money
the
off of the
money-
microtransactions.
But
But people
you-
buying shark cards.
you have to buy the money in the game
Yes.
because for a long time they didn't have a way to make a lot of money.
It was very difficult to make money in GTA 5. I think there were 2 missions that you did if you needed cash, and one of them was pot shot, which is literally you go and you block an entrance and a van drives out, you shoot the 2 drivers, or you shoot the driver and the passenger, you steal the van, take it, and then you get like I think 35,000 maybe is what you get.
That is
It's nothing.
And then
It's
the
no
other
amount
one
of money.
was Rooftop Rumble, but you
I've
had to
been
be
down a lot.
so high level, and it was such a hard mission. Well, at least whenever I was doing it, because I was like level 15, and
Yeah.
I had a friend that was like level 50 that was getting me to help, and I was like, dude, I just can't do anything. Like, I don't have enough health, I don't have armor, I don't have good guns. So, yeah, that was
And
the
then,
way you
and
made
then
money.
like a year and a half later, they finally released Heist.
Ice, which was the most anticipated release of that. I remember I was on
Yeah, I think.
vacation when that came out, and when it released, what was funny is I took my Xbox One with me on vacation, and this was before GTA 5 was on the One, I think. And I took it with me on vacation. I was playing Minecraft and playing Madden and stuff like that. When I saw that released, my dad Okay, so this was a weird thing of like my mom had the time to take off, but my dad didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom and my dad, we drove down, and we had some of my mom's friends that went with us. We drove down, all of us together. My dad stayed, I think, Friday, Saturday, and then went home Sunday afternoon because he had to work. He went to work. I was so ready for that DLC that I called my dad and walked him through how to unplug everything for that 360 and got him to take a picture of it to make sure I had everything.
Wow.
And then got him to bring it to me so I could download that update and play
I
it.
can't believe you made Mr. Stanley work a 360.
All he got to unplug it was all. All he had to do was unplug it. That was it. Which, granted, looking back on it, he didn't even have to bring the HDMI cord. I already had one there with me.
Wow.
But that's how bad I wanted to play Heist. And I played the first two and never got to play any other ones.
So you know, in the other podcast I was in, and I said GTA 6 is going to be a big disappointment?
Yeah.
That's why.
That's fun.
They
Like,
take
stuff like that.
They take
forever
forever
to do stuff,
to
yeah.
release things.
It's just going to be a huge disappointment. I'm just going to go ahead and tell
I'm
you.
glad you agree with me.
I don't know. I'm hopeful.
It's untold.
I don't even know if I'm gonna get it. Like honestly, I don't even know if I'd get it at this point. There's a lot of Rockstar games that I'm just kind of like, like Red Dead.
At this age, it comes down to time management.
Yes.
You can only have so many
Games
open world games
to play. Yes.
I haven't beat Horizon Zero Dawn
I feel
yet.
like that's the blessing and curse that came with Breath of the Wild,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like when Breath of the Wild turned only or open world completely, I feel like that's when everybody else started making a sandbox game. Which, I mean, of course, Minecraft was the original well, maybe not the original sandbox game, but it was the first sandbox game that became
Blew up,
huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when Breath of the Wild released, that's when everybody decided, oh, we gotta go on this hype train. We gotta the friggin' Breath of the Wild train and everything open world.
Gaming companies don't like to say it, but they follow
The
what
trend.
every other gaming company does.
Well, I mean, that's like what Apple does. Of Samsung will release a feature on one of their phones, and then like a year later, Apple will release the same thing and claim that it's a new thing, or that it's like on the new iPhone. And
I think you sent me that meme that was like, Apple just got like 8 megapixels, and Samsung's had 2,000 for like 2 years now.
Yeah, and it is ridiculous of how much stuff Samsung has before Apple does.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing to me. Of one of my coworkers who is only Samsung, he can't stand iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
He showed me a list, and like there are things that Samsung had for like 2 to 3, some even 5 years before an iPhone had it. And that was just like amazing to me. It's like, wow, can't believe that they just Apple just didn't do it.
I think the reason Apple is more of a popular thing is because of one, brand recognition.
Yes,
Everybody
absolutely.
knows what that little apple is.
Yes.
That and
Everybody uses it on
advertising.
television,
They
advertising.
advertise the crap out of iPhones.
About the only thing I think that Samsung has had bad recently is, their batteries catching on fire. And that's been like, what, 6 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Or longer? We were still in high school whenever that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which also there
I
was
think it was like the Galaxy 8.
Yeah, and then also like the iPhone 6 bending, that was probably... But that's only if you put it in your back pocket. And I don't know a lot of people...
Dumpy on it.
I don't know a lot of people that put their phone in their back pocket other than girls.
You back that truck up on your iPhone.
So, I mean...
I put it in my back pocket sometimes.
I mean, like, when I'm walking around, I don't sit on my phone, though.
I mean, but I'm sitting on 2x4, so I ain't got much to bend, man.
It doesn't bend, it's just
It come
straight.
out flatter when I take it out.
Straight as can be.
Let me iron your phone real quick.
So that's the information on GTA 6. Bring it back full circle.
That's a big circle.
Yeah, that's a really big circle.
Man, we digress too much.
I mean, that's the point of a podcast, man. That's the point of a podcast, so you don't have to have a script.
Hey, we're just new boot goofing.
This is going to be like a 9-hour podcast.
Goodness gracious.
All right, we're going to take a quick nap tomorrow.
There was a show on TV for a little bit. I cannot remember what it was called, but it was like 50 singers from 50 different states were competing with an original song for like what state had the best singer-songwriter.
I don't know.
You act like you
I
did.
thought you had it.
No,
I was like, oh,
no.
I can't remember what it was
No.
called, but there is a guy.
It sounds like something I wouldn't watch.
It sounds familiar.
My mom was watching it. Is the only reason
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw it.
This is the voice.
This guy, it's like The Voice. This friggin' guy, dude, he has a song called New Boot Goofin'. And it is
Did
like,
he take it from Reno 911?
I don't know if he
Because
did.
that's what that's from.
I know that's what it's from, but I don't know.
Love Reno 911.
But it is probably the worst song. Okay, maybe not the worst song. It is one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my entire life. It makes me physically ill to listen to.
There's like a
this song.
75% chance he's within one of the 3 states around us. Dude.
Well, no, I
It's
don't
like-
think so. I think he's from like Midwest. I think he's like in the Midwest, like Iowa maybe, or
Because you know,
Montana.
Because you know, any Jimbo that crawls out of the woods thinks he's got a #1 hit. He's gonna play it on his jug, and you're gonna love it.
Play it on his jug and washboard, and it's gonna be
Hey,
perfect.
I'm done. That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
This one's called "My Baby Left Me for a Ford."
Hey, don't be saying that now. That is a hit.
One of my favorite jokes that
I'd
I've
be writing
seen.
lyrics for that one right now.
One of my favorite
You already got
jokes
half of 'em
I've
drunk,
seen
beer
recently.
jeans.
One of my favorite jokes I've seen recently is it's these random fake truck commercials of someone will just say like the
Yes.
most crazy off the wall mess, and it's like, you know how it feels to, and then goes to it, and then they're like, no, what are you talking about? He says, that's how it feels to drive a Ford F-150. Those are some of my new favorite comedies.
Those are amazing.
And one of my new favorite guys that I found on Instagram, I can't remember his name.
We need to
But-
start like plugging these people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this guy don't need no plugs. What are you talking
I
about?
mean, of course they don't, but it's nice.
This
Yeah.
guy, he takes like pictures of just random things. So one of them he does a lot is restaurants, and he like photoshops like his eyes and his lips
Yeah, that
over
guy,
them,
yeah.
and he pretends to be arguing with each other.
Okay.
And at the very end, he always has Taco Bell come in and say something, because Taco Bell is supposed to be a stoner, is how he portrays Taco Bell. And he'll say something of like it'll be McDonald's and somebody arguing, and then at the very end, Taco Bell will come up like, I'm loving it. And then he'll just say, that is not your slogan! It's so great. I just love it so much.
It's amazing.
He's so funny. I always die every single time I see him. So, another thing I've got written down here, just some interesting news. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security is spending $700,000 on a study to determine whether or not there is a connection between violent video games and radicalism or extremism.
See, there he is, and this is why there he is. You know this is about to be BS, because the way you're looking at me. But there's a connection between violence and video games, because have you ever played a multiplayer game where your internet is not good enough to play that multiplayer game? Lag will make you want to jump out a window and cut a tree in half with your forehead. I
Thanks
promise
for. Why do I feel like you're directly targeting me?
you. Oh, it's me too, baby.
I was more talking about whenever we played OG Destiny, and I tried to play Trials of Osiris, you guys, and then Destiny banned me
because
for a
your internet
week
was bad.
because my internet was so bad that they thought that I was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was so mad, because it's like, we didn't win a single match.
We didn't win any matches
At all.
I think he got one gun, and they wouldn't even let him use it.
No, I got gauntlets, and they wouldn't let me wear my gauntlets.
They took the reward.
They
away
didn't
from
take
him.
it. They just said that you're not allowed. Like, I could. It's like whenever your dad friggin' unplugs the TV because your grades are too low, and he puts a lock into the friggin' thing on the plug-in of the TV and just hangs it over so you can see the lock. That didn't happen to me, but it happened to my brother. It's just
That's
like
amazing.
it's like, yeah, look. Or you want to know something else my dad did to my brother?
We got him
We
right.
got him.
You want to know something else my dad did to my brother?
Simmer down.
My
buddy.
my brother's grades got low one time, and it was just because he wasn't doing his work. I mean, he had no problem making
Yeah, I
A's.
doubt Jeremy
And
never had any problems
He just
in
didn't
school.
want to do work was the thing, and his grades got a little bit low. And my dad told him, so I'm going to take your gaming system from you. He said, all right, well, if you unhook all that, you're going to have to come hook it back up. And, like, that was their game. He said, okay. My dad went in there, unplugged the controller, wrapped it up, put it up. And that was it. Took both of his controllers and just left.
That's smart.
So he had the game.
Box to look
he
at.
had the box to look at. I was like, well, I can turn it on, but I can't play any
I
games.
can look at the lights.
That is exactly what Destiny did to me with those gauntlets. It was in my inventory. It just said, you can't wear them because you're a cheater.
They held those brand new gauntlets out that window and went.
And it's just, that's exactly what they did to me. That is exactly. Now, yes, there is a link between anger and gaming. I watched a video this week.
What I said was entirely a joke. I don't believe.
I mean, if you can get riled up.
Anger is a regular human emotion.
Yes.
Tell somebody anything that makes them mad. They will do violence.
Yeah, I mean, bring up politics
Humans are
to
violent.
people. Yes.
You know how many wars they've been since humans have been around?
Since humans have been invented.
What do you mean?
But I was watching a video this week at work, or not. I was listening to it at work.
Goofing off at work.
I was listening to it in the background at work, and it was this guy talking about this dude just made some crazy off the wall comments of so there was a study done that in pro gaming that I think there's like 1% in the top 1,000 pro gamers are female, and this dude did a video on it about how that the reason is because of the player base 20% is women, so that's why it's so low, and was like talking about how he was just like really bashing women pretty much in gaming or just in general.
I think it's almost 50-50 now.
And I don't remember. He was trying to make it sound like the reason
has to be way.
He was trying to make it sound like the reason that there's not women in the top percentage is because it's a male dominated thing or whatever.
In the kitchen.
That's basically what he was saying, pretty much. Of like, and I think it was Ludwig was reacting to it, is what I was watching, and Ludwig literally paused the video and was like, "This makes no sense."
No.
Of what you were saying. It's like, have you ever been in a Call of Duty lobby and see how a girl gets treated?
Yeah.
And like the girl that the other guy was talking about posted a video about how she literally, I think it was Siege actually, she literally carried her team. She was the only one alive and there were 2 people left, and she clutched the match and won. And they were still talking crap about her. And it's like, that makes, and Lud was like, she literally carried the team. And they're talking crap about her.
This is how gamers are. I'm a gamer. You are a gamer.
Yes.
I don't know if you still are.
Casually.
I mean, I casually game. So
there are a few groups. There are the ones that play it regularly, don't care, don't really get mad at it. It's just a game. You're just playing a game. There are some that play it more hardcore. They get a little mad. They play it. They don't really talk a lot to other people. The people that talk to the worst. To random people in lobbies are only out for blood.
Yes.
They are only out because they're mad.
Either they're out to troll somebody, like old school Vanoss, or they are legit just trying to make you feel bad because they're behind a screen.
Because they have the anonymity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they're anonymous basically. They're anonymous basically.
They're anonymous, and they can say whatever they want.
Yes.
You can't do anything to them, and they're just there to make you pissed off.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl.
They don't care.
They will attack you
but it's so much worse on a woman. Because
it's incel neckbeards being like, oh, I've never got a girlfriend.
And it's not even like clever insults. It's like you said, it's like, you should just
be in the kitchen.
Be in the kitchen. You're a girl, get it? It's like, yeah, okay, all right.
Swing and a miss on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's literally all it is. Where it's like, you should go play, like, mobile games, Candy Crush, stuff like that. That's what girls are good at. It's the only games they play. It's like, God forbid a woman plays Call of Duty. Like,
God forbid you find somebody that wants to play video games with you. Whoa.
Yeah.
How terrible would that be?
I feel like online lobbies are such a toxic place. It's so not to mention just like toxic habits in video games, like the frigging Trials guys we played, that every single one of them was a Titan, and every single one of them had the same shader, and what shaders are is it makes your armor the same color, Brennan?
Yeah.
And 2 of them were running shotguns. So and Titans in Destiny have an ability called, we just say you get need, of they charge and they knee. And and it's like it's an instant kill. So what would happen is one of them would come to knee you. If they missed,
the others would
other one would shotgun you, or you would or what would happen is they would stay together, and they would be close enough that you couldn't tell that they were together, and you'd kill one of them, and then the other one would knee you from behind or shotgun you from behind. And like
in hindsight, it was hilarious.
Oh, it was
like
hilarious.
It was 3 guys dressed the same, using the same guns, kneeing and shotgunning.
Yeah,
that's fun, but it pissed us off.
When it happens
much.
to you, it's not fun. Okay. It's just like when you overload Cyclonic Rift. It's not fun when it happens to you, but it's hilarious when you do it to somebody else.
See, it's that thing that's like you and your boys get together and you're like, let's goof on some other guys.
Yeah.
Like, that's hilarious.
That's honest to goodness. I
but
feel
the
like
other
what they were
people
doing.
are having aneurysms through the other side of the screen.
I never will forget. I think that this was when you made that comment. You got so mad.
I'm plugging everything.
No. Chase said that. That wasn't that. That was not that. That was a different time. That was whenever you made the comment, I hope his house burns down with him in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Tyler, dude, chill out, man.
Calm down, man.
They're like, no, I am furious. I was like, dude.
Hey,
that wasn't that time. That was whenever we were playing Trials, and some other dude messaged us and said, you mad, bro?
Yeah, like why? Why even do that?
Yeah, like why? I mean, you won.
Like you
won. You got it.
You already witnessed me be terrible at the game.
Why you gotta make it worse? Just online lobbies are the worst.
I just love it though when you're playing a game and someone messages you.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like,
how do I respond to this?
I don't care enough to be angry. Yeah. I'm just going to mess with you now. And so you send them a picture of a leg that's like, got the foot backwards.
What?
And then they're, yeah. You don't do this?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No.
And then they're like,
no.
What in the world did you just send me? And then you send them something else like that. And they're just like, leave me alone.
What would be perfect? What would be perfect for that? You remember that video that Chase sent us? Of the dude that's like sitting there with his legs up, and the dude on the trampoline, he jumps down, and the dude's leg snaps, and it snaps backwards. Send something like that to him.
Here's this man's knee, but it's the right way.
Yeah.
Somebody lands right here, his leg does this.
Yes. and the entire time, it's got the song from SpongeBob. First you take your leg and you stick it in the air. Just send something like that to him.
I just like messing with people like that because like I don't understand why you're so mad.
Like they got mad enough to message you.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to you got to pull up 3 different menus.
Yeah.
Select somebody, message, and then go.
What was even the worst is like voice messages back in the day of how you could send, which I guess you still could. But on Xbox 360, I watched somebody get so mad at playing like Duel of Planeswalkers that he messaged them as like, if I had like 3 more turns, I would have just beat your behind. Elves are like the worst tribe in the entire game, and just like sent this man 3 messages back to back of his rant.
Do you want to see one of the pictures I sent?
Voice messages. Yeah. Voice messages were a golden.
What the heck is this?
Were a golden time.
Oh my gosh! You need to send that. I'm gonna put this picture of this foot Brennan showed me on the screen right now.
That's what I sent to the guy, and he was like, "Please leave me alone."
So if you ever, I'm gonna put that right here on the screen. So if you ever have somebody message you being terrible in an online game, send them a picture of something like that.
You ever seen one of those trees that didn't just grow quite right? It looks like.
Oh my god!
It's like, why is that part of it that big around?
Oh my god!
The best part was that he left the conversation. And I kept adding him back and sending it again. I did it like 3 or 4 times. I was like, I want to make sure.
I want to make sure he knows who he's messing with.
Don't play with me.
I want him to understand. I have to make several doctor visits for my effed up foot.
It was like you got your big toe just like 1 step over.
Like, that's my hand. That's why you won.
My thumb slips. Look at it now.
My thumb slipped. Sorry, my thumb's a little swole.
Guys, I'm crying. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to sweat.
Back to video game violence.
Bring it back in.
I don't think
Round it back in.
I don't think video games are associated with violence, as in video games don't make people more violent. They just bring out the violence.
If anything, I feel like it helps with violence because
it's an outlet.
Because growing up, especially like in 11th and 12th grade,
And
I mean,
you look like you just went through it, homie.
I feel like I've been crying over a lot. I feel like I probably look like Emily just left me like forever.
Emily left you, and you have just been in it.
Oh my gosh, that's probably. Trust me, it'd be worse.
Her eyes over the couch. I just see this.
I'm good. Just so you guys know, my wife watches all of. Is forced to watch the podcast happen live. So she's just sitting on the couch right now, grinning.
But yeah, I don't think.
I'm sorry. Back to where I was going with
You
that.
need to go take a lap off here or something?
Whenever I was growing up, and I mean you too. I feel like we both were pretty angry people growing up.
Every teenage
boy is. So when we would play GTA 5 or play Fallout 4 and just take a baseball bat to anything and everything, anything and everything. When you get the world championship, what is it? 1987,
like 1987.
Yeah.
The one that whenever you hit it, it plays a home run sound and they go flying. And you wrap barbed wire around it and name it Lucille specifically because you've been watching The Walking Dead. And you use that against an enemy or a feral ghoul or just any enemy in Fallout 4. Mm-hmm. It makes you feel better about yourself.
But
it's a great outlet.
Notice
I got oddly specific.
I'm about to get off topic a little bit. But for stuff like that, like baseball bats and games that make that and the sound tickle apart in my lizard brain that I cannot explain. Every time I hear, and when I hit somebody,
just that sound when you hit,
it fills my soul with so much
and we're
joy.
not violent people at all. We are not, or we don't claim to be.
No, it's pixels on a screen.
It's just doing it in the video game helps you de-stress and just unwind.
The problem is people not being able to separate fiction from reality.
From reality, yes. That's what scares me about VR. That's like, imagine the next, like, they released GTA 6. You upgrade, you upgrade GTA Online. So you sim your character over, and it's like, hey, you just moved to a new city. You've moved down to Florida now, near Vice City and everything.
GTA, meth GTA.
And
GTA on meth.
And you have an option to do VR. That scares me because, and I'm not gonna lie to you, whenever I was younger, I would go over to a friend's house. We'd play GTA 4, and like I would get out and I'd get in the car with my dad and driving home. It's just like, okay, I'm in the real world. I'd have to say, I'm in the real world.
I don't think you should have to have that conversation.
Well, see, I was too young to be playing the game. First of all, I was like 11 or 12. I was too young to be playing that game.
On the streets, murking people. I'm talking about.
And we would be in his house with the lights off and just the TV screens. Like that's all we did for like 3 or 4 hours. Mm-hmm. And like I'd get picked up and like, okay, this is real. This isn't GTA anymore. So I'm fine. Trust me, I'm good. I'm okay.
Doesn't sound like it. I think you just admitted to something you didn't need to.
But no, it helps.
But I know
what I mean. It helps with stress and to decline,
It's the same thing when somebody watches like John Wick or something,
yes.
And then they go home and they're like, "I'm John Wick," and they start like running around the house, and it's imagination.
You sound oddly specific to things that
they
I
start running.
Do.
I mean, they buy a black suit and they get it like a Nerf gun, and they
your wife.
They learn how to do flips, and they kind of hurt their foot one time. But other than that,
or you watch Goku do the spirit bomb, and all of a sudden you're up there.
You start screaming at your friend.
Ah! Or you're over there trying to go Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, we were. Yeah, I was one of those kids.
I am Jalen, and I am a Super Saiyan.
I was one of those kids.
You remember Jalen? The meme. It's a kid that's like he screams and he goes, "I am Jalen."
No, I don't remember that.
I'll have to look it up and show you. It's an old meme.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's people that are already a little messed up. Like if you ever think that committing violence,
that's the thing of when you look at serial killers, yes, they can have a very traumatic experience or childhood that contributes to it. It's a little bit of nature and a little bit of nurture. It's both. But when you look at someone like Ted Bundy, he had a pretty decent upbringing. Like he wasn't
I don't know, I haven't
assaulted
I haven't watched whatever documentaries
or hurt
associated with
or
him.
anything. But the things that he did, he was messed up to begin. Some people are just messed up in
Bundy
the head.
the clown one?
No, that's John Wayne Gacy.
That's John Wayne
That's
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy had like John Wayne Gacy was already messed up in the head.
Oh, they all
Already messed up in the
They
head.
all are.
Now he was like emotionally, physically, and everything abused as like growing up. That did not help. So I'm not saying that he should get a pass because of that, because he was already messed up in the head. But it didn't help. It's one of those things of like I said, it's nature and nurture. If you can be a psychopath and live a good life,
Yeah, there are
you
people-
know, guys. What is it? What's the statistic? Like 1 in 4 people is a psychopath, or that. So it's like you think about how many people you meet in Walmart.
Yeah.
One of them is guaranteed to be a sociopath or a psychopath, right?
It's like you walk past. I think the statistic is you walk past like 80 murderers in one day.
Or no, I think it's in your life. I was about to say, I think it's 15. Like, I almost want to say it's 15 murders in your life. You'll walk past.
I don't know, but it's an insane statistic.
It's a very high.
It's
and
more
scary.
than you want it to be.
Yeah.
it's way more than you want it to be.
It's a lot more than it should be. And like I said, there's a lot of people that they go through and they don't actually murder people, but it's when you have that combination of the nature and the nurture that makes them go crazy. And some people are just messed up. So when you take people that are already messed up
and you give them a super violent thing to do,
and in video games, you might wind up with a super violent person, you know?
But then also you give a regular person super violent things to do in a video game, they're not going to go off and do the violent
Absolutely
things.
not. Like, just because you might play GTA and run over pedestrians on the street, you're not going to do it in real life.
I mean, in Gears of War, there's a gun with a chainsaw on it.
Yes.
And you can chainsaw someone in half.
I mean, not people.
Never in my life.
Not people. They're aliens. Oh, other people. I thought it was aliens.
Those people. You can chainsaw people in half. And, of course, that's violence.
Yeah.
Oh God, is it violence?
But you've never wanted to chainsaw somebody
But I've
in half,
never
have you?
wanted to chain someone in half. First off, it's missing.
Yeah.
Secondly,
It's one of those things.
the
Of,
gas is too expensive.
one of those things of it's like.
Can't never get it cranked.
Yeah.
So, like I have I have a perfect example of this of like this is the type of person I am. Of you ever like put yourself in like a like in a like you think of how you would react of like if
Empathy?
no like you think of how you would react if like someone was attacking you of like I'm gonna do this to this person like if they grab me from
you set
behind
your scenario.
and,
You're actually
like
movie scenario.
one of those things of it's like you always see these people. It's like they always say go for the eyes. So like if someone's getting attacked, a lot of times they'll like try it. The person
That's the
defending
move, man.
will be sticking their fingers into that person's eyes. And I'm sorry if that's graphic, but I think about like doing that, and it's like I wouldn't be able to
The
because
thing is,
I'm hurting you.
No, the thing is, when presented with that situation,
You probably won't
you
think about it
wouldn't.
because the adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah,
everything.
and it's either
Yeah.
you or them.
Yeah.
When the human body is presented with life or death situations, you shut off all your empathy and you're
Yeah.
like, it's either me or you, buddy.
Yeah. But that's one of those scenarios that I think about. Of it's like I probably would.
Yeah.
Like.
But
as
you
far
can't-
as,
you can't
like
wrap
if it's
your
me
mind
with
around
them,
that.
yes,
You're not gonna
yes.
you're not gonna.
I'm not
put
just
yourself-
thinking about doing what the Mountain did in that episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you're
I'm not thinking about. It's like if I had to put myself like I feel like I couldn't do it, but like we said, all honesty, life or death, or if you're hurting me or
mean,
my family, it's probably gonna happen.
There's stories of mothers lifting cars
off of babies from adrenaline alone.
Yeah. So you do crazy things on
Yes.
adrenaline, but you're not gonna just
Decide to do it.
You're not gonna walk up to some random person and be like, I'm
Yeah.
taking your eyes.
Unless you have
Wow.
unless you have a major problem.
Yeah, unless you have something wrong.
Well,
with
like
you.
schizophrenia or something like that,
But,
because that's stuff like that's happened before. But
But there are also people with schizophrenia that live perfectly
normal lives. Yes.
And it's all about, can you separate the violent acts that you are either watching in TV,
Yes.
watching in video games, watching in shows,
Yes.
from regular human life.
Yes.
In regular
And
life.
I feel like that's a problem in our modern day world, if you got so many parents that just let kids have screen time, and a lot of the times they're not paying attention to what the parents aren't paying attention to what the kids want. And you might think that back in the day it was even worse because I mean you had people that. How old were you whenever you saw Predator the first time, Tyler?
I don't know, probably like 5 or 6.
I mean, and that's not a movie for a child, or like Predator, Terminator, or Anaconda.
But also that nurtured my love for horror stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I love the horror franchise.
I mean, I don't.
Anything.
I'm weird. Maybe that's why I just don't like horror movies. Because I wasn't exposed to it at a young age.
The way I look at this is going off topic, but the way I look at horror movies is I look at it from I know this is supposed to be scary. It's not going to scare me.
Yeah.
But I'm about to critique this movie, and I'm going to see, I'm going to look at their vision for what would be scary.
Right.
As in, like, an action movie, you're like, oh, how are they going to do action? Like, how is this person going to defeat all these people they need to defeat and
right.
be the hero of the day? I think of, how is this monster going to stay consistently scary through this whole thing and continually bring fear to these other people?
Right.
And, like, stay consistent and stay entertaining. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't look at it from like it's gonna be scary, it's supposed to scare me. I look at it as, how is this entertaining? How is it going to fluidly show me what's supposed to happen?
Right.
Like, how is it going to...
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. How's it storytelling?
How is the storytelling?
Right.
Yeah. Is the killer's motive that of a valid one? Is the monster actually scary?
Right.
Is, you know, how you would?
And we all know the movie that does this the best is the original The Thing.
Oh my God, the Jim.
The original, the best
made.
horror movie ever made. I feel is The Thing.
What do you like horror movies?
Yes, okay. But I don't get to watch them anymore.
Because is your fiance?
My fiance hates them.
Well, see, Emily hates them, but also like I'm not fond. Like, okay, so I saw a trailer the other day because somebody was talking about a movie called The Descent, and I really want to watch it. That one would scare you because you're claustrophobic.
Those movies like that actually do. They don't.
Because you're claustrophobic. That's why.
They don't scare me. They make me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Uneasy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really want to watch it.
And from the way I think about movies, that makes an amazing movie.
Yes.
Like if it
makes you feel uneasy.
If it makes you feel something at all, it's a good movie.
Yes.
If you're watching a sad movie and it actually makes you cry, that's a good movie.
Yeah. So see, like that me and Brennan have kind of the similar thing of like, I really want to watch this movie, but Emily would not sleep for a month.
The way I taught myself to do it, take yourself out of it. Watch the movie. Don't immerse yourself in the world.
Right.
Sit there and think about it as I'm watching a movie.
Yeah. Also, I think about I'm never crawling in any caves like this, so I don't have to worry about that.
Let me tell you how bad it is with my fiance. She will watch. Okay, so you know Markiplier.
Yeah.
Host,
like playing scary games.
Three scary games.
Three scary games.
Love Markiplier.
I love those videos. Those are great.
Yeah.
Yes.
My fiance will not watch them unless the light is on.
Wow.
If I cut the light off and I'm like, all right, we're gonna watch this, and she'll cut her lamp on. I'm like, cut the lamp off. It messes. It has a glare on the TV.
That's like
and
us.
then she's like, no.
It's the ambiance.
That's like us friggin' playing Slender the Arrival in the dark. You gotta play it in the dark. You just lose something.
Let me tell you how much of a psychopath I am. I will.
You'll listen to Psycho stuff and fall asleep.
This is what I used to do. My ex-girlfriend. She kind of liked horror movies too. We'd watch them, and then I'd be tired, and I'd fall asleep halfway through it, and leave her there to watch the scary movie in the dark.
By herself.
Oh, another thing. She doesn't like scary stuff, but you know what she's watching right now?
Is she watching like?
She's watching the Dahmer series.
Oh.
And I'm like, how are you watching this? I thought you didn't like scary
This is a real
stuff.
person.
I was like, this is real.
This happened.
That is something I've seen between men and women that is hilarious to me. Men like horror movies,
but women like
love
serial
horror
killers.
documentaries.
Or serial killers, yes.
They love criminal stuff.
It's so crazy.
Like, that is actually scary to me. That person is
actually
real.
did
I
this.
watched 2 episodes of it, and I said, you can watch the rest of it. I'm not watching the rest of this. This makes me so uncomfortable.
We watched the movie that was on Netflix, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was on Netflix. That it was just a real... I mean, it was about his early life before he killed anybody.
Yeah. But it's like... Scary movies aren't scary because it's not real. None of it is real.
Yeah.
It's all made up. It's all scripted. But crime documentaries
are real.
That
That-
human person.
That's what scares
That
me so
was-
much. That's why I've
Let me
quit.
finish talking.
Yeah.
It's like that person was real.
Yeah.
That person was somebody's friend, somebody's neighbor that just snapped
Somebody's
one day
son.
and killed people.
Yeah.
That could happen to anybody, any day, any time.
That's why I've quit watching true crime podcasts or listening to them, because it makes me lose faith in humanity, and it's
That's
just like I'm double checking, I'm triple checking doors. I've got
You
something
look at
close by to
people
protect
different.
myself.
You
Yeah.
look at people different in Walmart. You're like, you could be the one
Look,
to take me out.
we went to Walmart last night, me and Emily, and I was putting stuff in the car, and she said, "I'm gonna go take the buggy back," and I said, "Okay," and I thought she was just gonna take it to one of the the buggy racks. She walked it inside the store, and I put something in the car. I closed the trunk. I turn around. She's gone. I'm just like,
You're in
I literally look like a crazy person. I'm like, someone just kidnapped my wife, and I'm like, someone just how did I always that's like I always have my eye on like everything's going through my head. I'm like I always have my eye on her. I'm always watching and making sure that nobody's coming up to mess with her or talk to her. And I have 2 seconds and she is gone.
Let me tell you this. I don't know if she's as bad as her sister was, but
No, she's not.
God.
No, just walk off in the middle.
Me and her would be in a store. We'd be going to the groceries, and we'd be going to get groceries. And I'd turn around, she'd be gone.
Yeah.
I'd be like, where did you go?
Emily's not that bad. She'll like I said, she just disappeared on me yesterday, and I got really scared. And then she comes walking back out of the store. I was like, did you take it inside? And she said, yeah. I was like, why?
They have people for
And
that.
she said, it makes it easier on them. I was like, baby.
They get paid to do
It's like,
that.
baby.
Her sister was
You
like that
scared
about
me
you can't just
so
lay something somewhere.
much.
You gotta go put it back where you got it.
Anyway, so moving on from that, another interesting thing that we had to discuss really quick. We've been going for an hour and 20.
We might have to do part 1 and 2.
No. It'll be
Just
fine. We're gonna roll
wind
through
it
pretty
down.
quick. We're winding down. One of the things that I want to tell you guys, something named Silent Hill: The Short Message, was rated by Korea rated by Korea's game board. So I think we're getting a new Silent Hill game, which is very encouraging, considering the last thing we heard from Silent Hill was PT, the playable teaser,
I forgot about PT.
and it
That's
got
been a while.
canceled.
But it was so good.
It was really good. So
If
maybe if they can capture that again,
If it's anything like PT, it's gonna be good.
if they can capture that in this new Silent Hill game, I think that would be a great one to play for the channel. I think it would be wonderful.
Dead Space has got new trailers. It's looking crazy.
Guys, we forgot to... No, okay, never mind. We gotta wait for Sims for this one. I was about to say, we forgot to watch the Mario trailer to talk about it.
Man,
Have you seen it?
I
I have not.
Okay, I haven't either. I've purposefully been staying away from it because I wanted us all to watch it together. And then...
I'll tell you my little thought about it real quick. Jack Black killed it. He understood the assignment. He knew
who Bowser was.
He's a big turtle lizard man.
Yep.
He's got it. You know, you give Jack Black a part.
He's gonna do it.
Love
He's
that
gonna
man.
kill it. He's gonna
He's
slay
got
it.
it. He's hilarious. Greatest metal band in the world.
So...
Chris Pratt, on the other hand, they should have just got the guy that actually does
Mario's
Mario's voice to do it.
Have you seen the trailer? You watched it without us?
I didn't know we weren't supposed to watch it without each other.
All right. Well, I'll watch it with Sims, and we'll give our
After
thoughts
this,
on it.
Let's watch it.
We'll give our thoughts
You
on
got
it.
to watch it.
Okay. So just some other things I want to rattle off real quick. PlayStation Plus free games for the month of October are Hot Wheels Unleashed. Don't know anything about that game.
Yay.
Never played it. Injustice 2. I know that
Injustice
one
is good.
It's a great fighting game. It's a fighting game. Of course, everyone knows about the DC superheroes. So I had a lot of friends whenever I was growing up that they would play it on their phone. That was because apparently it was on your phone at one point. So that's free to play, free to download on PlayStation Plus this month. Also, one of my favorite games ever that I've never actually played, but I've seen it played, Super Hot.
Super Hot is so fun.
It was free on
Super
Games with
Hot.
Gold at one point, and I watched Austin play it whenever he lived with me. And oh my goodness, dude!
Is it VR Super Hot? Can you
I
play?
don't know.
Can you play it with PSVR? Because if you
Maybe.
can,
That would be fun.
if you can, man, Super Hot PSVR.
So you might want to go home and download that.
Yes.
or go ahead and claim it, and then bring your PlayStation here to download it. So yeah, super hot. Have you ever seen it?
I know what it is.
You know what? Okay,
Yes.
you know what it is. Okay,
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I've seen it played, and I want to play it so bad.
The thing about the VR version of it is, with the controller, when you move, time moves. But in the VR version, when you move your body, time moves.
Ooh.
So you sit there and you look around, and then you move, and time moves.
Ooh.
It's so much like an action movie. It's
That's
so
cool. It's like bullet time.
Yes,
legitimately.
it's
That's
bullet time.
awesome, dude.
super hot.
All right, and contrary to that, on the flip side of that, games with gold on Xbox this month are Windbound and Bomber Crew. I have no clue what either of those games are.
Sounds like 2 L's.
So if you're into Windbound or Bomber Crew, like I said, sorry, I don't know anything about it, but that's free on Xbox this month. And just real quick, another thing I want to go through real fast. Games releasing this month. Of course, Overwatch 2 already came out October the 4th. Dragon Ball The Breakers released today. It's a Dragon Ball Z game. Not sure what it's... I don't know if it's based off of Xenoverse or anything like that. I'm not 100% sure. Plague Tale Requiem comes out the 18th. Not sure what that is.
I think Plague Tale is good. I can't remember what it is, though.
Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed comes out also on the 18th. I would consider that one. That one looks pretty fun, or sounds interesting. Just a new Ghostbusters game is cool. Maybe they didn't phone Bill Murray in for this one. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope releases the 20th.
It's just the second Mario
And
Rabbids
Rabbids game. Yeah. The Rabbids always freaked me out whenever I was a kid getting Nintendo Power. They're like, they were all over Nintendo Power whenever I was growing up, and they freaked me out. Gotham Knights 10 comes out the 21st. Not Gotham Knights 10. It comes out around the month.
The month is the 10th.
The month is 10th. Gotham Knights comes out the 21st.
Gotham Knights looks pretty good.
Is it?
I think it's the
Is
next...
it supposed to be based off of like Arkham games, kind of?
I think it's the next Arkham game.
I'm very excited about this one.
Buddy.
New Tales from the Borderlands comes out also on the 21st.
Okay, so it is a Tales game?
It says Tales from the Borderlands, so I'm assuming it's the next installment of the Telltale Borderlands game.
That might be pretty good.
The first one was amazing.
Yeah.
First one was great.
Yeah.
I liked watching Austin play it. It was really good. One of your favorites, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, Modern Warfare. It's coming out the 20th.
The 28th
yeah.
will release. Is it a remake?
It is a remake.
It's a remake. Or are you going to be picking that up?
Probably.
You and Chase gonna turn over, and that's what you're gonna play a lot.
Probably so. We'll see
For
how many gamer words we hear in the chat.
Oh,
how many gamer phrases?
And then finally, the last
maybe
game.
PewDiePie won't be in it.
The last one finally is Bayonetta 3 releases on the 28th. I don't know a lot about Bayonetta.
I've never played any of the Bayonettas.
I've never been into Bayonetta.
But I've heard they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard they're all really good.
One of the things I've seen about this one, I think that it has like a... This might all be completely made up, but I feel like I read somewhere that it's got like a different rating system, not for difficulty, but for like how graphic the game is, because it's like Nintendo's like only M-rated game. I feel like that's released is Bayonetta. There's our clickbait.
Clickbait.
And I think that it has like different settings you can have. Of it's like it's slightly more dirty the more you turn. I don't know.
She's a witch where her hair is her clothes.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I learned something new about Bayonetta. So
and her heels are guns.
I have seen that. But that's all the gaming news that I have pretty much to discuss.
A lot of the Halloween events for stuff are going on right now.
What's the one for Destiny this year?
Haunted Forest, and they have like a mech type skin type armor set. It looks pretty cool. Rainbow Six has its Halloween thing going on. It's hide and seek. It's really fun.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, the operators don't have any guns. They use their gadgets.
Yeah, equipment like knives.
Yeah, it's a team of people with hammers and mallets and axes.
Oh, that
chasing down
great.
monsters in a haunted house. It's
that
really
sounds
cool.
Fun.
It's really, really fun, and the skins look insane. I love them.
That sounds
great.
They've
done it for a couple of years now, but like it's so fun every time.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah, and
If I was in the Siege, I would definitely be
oh,
playing
you'd
that.
love it. You'd love it.
I would get my
I'll have to
behind
show it.
kicked. Is the only
I
problem.
mean, it's not about winning. It's about chasing monsters, man.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I think that's about all I know about.
All right. All right. Seems pretty good.
There's a new Halloween movie coming out sometime soon, right?
Yeah.
Halloween.
Uh,
17,
the 10th one?
17.
I hope this is the last one.
Halloween. Where in the trailer she says the only way Michael will die is if we both die. Oh.
You've been following this movie for 20 years, yeah.
They rebooted it like 3 times
Yeah.
in the canon.
Yeah. So, guys, with all that being said, we hope you enjoyed this installment of the Note. What?
Boom.
Wow. Wow, almost said it. I did not expect... I've been watching the old videos, and I forgot. I told Sims we should go back and dub over all of those to where I say Noble 7
That would be
podcast.
awful, though. It sounds terrible.
No, not dub
Welcome
over
to
it.
the Noble 7 podcast.
Not dub over it, but like put an asterisk under Controllers podcast, but I'd have to re-upload every single one of them, and I'm not sure where some of them are, so...
Hey, they're just sweet little time capsules.
They really are. But thank you for watching this installment of the Under Controllers podcast. Brennan, it was really great to have you here.
It's good to be back.
Hopefully you'll join us possibly next week.
It'd be nice.
But I had a great time. I think this has been a great one.
These get longer every time we do it.
Well, this is probably about target length right here, an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay.
About an hour, probably.
Okay.
Okay, most hour and a half, least 45 minutes.
Y'all, the next one, 3.5 hours long.
Hey, if you see some of the VODs that people upload from streams. But thank you guys for watching. We'll have links in the description below to some of the fun videos
Don't
on our
forget
video.
that massive toe.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna put. Be sure you send that.
I
to me.
will send that
Send that
to
to me so I can put that in there. Also, link in the description below for our Twitter or Instagram. Go follow us on there. We keep you updated on what's going on. If you don't have the bell on YouTube, that's another good way to keep up with us because I don't like having notifications pop up on my phone, so that's why I just scroll through Instagram and find stuff. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so very much for watching this video. Does anybody else want to say anything?
Shout out to, I think you mentioned him earlier, the small YouTuber, does pretty cool videos, Markiplier.
Yeah.
I've been subscribed to him for maybe 2 or 3 years now. He's blown up.
Blown up quite a bit, huh?
I know he has over 1,000 subs. So
Got more subs than we
y'all,
do.
if we could get
Pump
in
up
touch
those numbers.
with him somehow and have a guest Markiplier on, that'd be insane. Wouldn't
I
that be
would love
crazy?
that.
I'd love to meet Markiplier.
Dude,
that'd be crazy.
if it happened, I would welcome it.
I'm gonna kiss him on his handsome face.